Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition podcast that deals with possible themes of gore, trauma, and societal issues. Specific trigger warnings can be found in the description. Listener discretion is advised.
Last time on Audio Adventures.
I was simping over witches.
22 points of slashing damage. And also, around this time, you guys see the fire that was on this tree has completely taken over the tree and has spread over to the next tree.
Good. Also, Tibril is knocked out. He is unconscious, bleeding on the floor.
So I no longer need to keep concentration.
Yeah, I looked down at the dice and I was like, oh no.
Red Guest is not going to be thinking straight after everything that's just happened within the last few seconds. And he's going to use his Crimson Right.
And I'm going to come up to this hag here. As I'm running forward, I'm going to pull out one of my magic beans. I'm going to shove the magic bean into her mouth.
The hag whips around, ready to fight, but you're within distance, and you shove this bean that you grabbed from this magic bag, or a magic bean you grabbed from a regular bag, actually, and shove it into her mouth. And in surprise, you see her start to gulp it down, and then after a second, you see her throat swell.
Oh. What did I do?
So, Tavis, looking at the fire, looking at his friends, and Tibril lying on the ground unconscious, he looks at the two witches and at the ground next to them, and he raises both of his hands, and he casts a spell, and out from the earth, two hands made from rock burst out and grab both of them, gripping them tight. And they're left restrained and unable to move.
I would like to reach in to my magic bean pouch and pull out a bean, and I will walk over to the witch, and I will say, ah.
Bean is stuffed up her nose. It ignites with blue flame that just crawls up inside her, and she just starts screaming in pain and terror.
I'm just gonna look at her and say, you shouldn't have asked for one. Also known as, you shouldn't have attacked us. In my mind, those mean the same thing.
Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard.
I'm gonna look over at Tomb and say, hey, Tomb, can you make one of those ice storms happen again to put out all this fire?
Tim will look up and over.
I can do that while Tomb helps heal others. I think Tomb can do that, right?
I don't think Tomb has any healing stuff.
Oh no, she's a necromancer, never mind.
Yep.
He's a necromancer. We can both do it. That way we cover more ground and...
Can we change the color of the hut?
Well, I mean, it's up to whatever her name is, because I can't remember.
Valentine.
Now, it's up to Valentine now, because she is the amulet.
Oh, okay. Good job on the beans.
Thanks. I wasn't actually sure what they did, but apparently they all have different magical properties. She's pretty interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Good. In case you run into any more.
They just kind of seem to activate whenever they're in some. I mean, I got the idea that they were dangerous, but I guess they're more dangerous than I thought.
Maybe we should prank Tavis sometime and put it in his food.
On one hand, that would be very funny. On the other hand,
Might kill him?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go over and I start trying to put out the fire with Ray of Frost.
I'll say with the Tavis and Tomb, how we did it last time, roll your damage die for all of your spells, and let me know that. And if you do more damage than what the fire has, then you put it out.
13.
23.
So, all of you look over and you see that this forest fire is starting to spread more and more. And Tavis and Tomb take opposite sides of each end of the fire, trying to contain it. And Bright, you take the very front tree where it all started, and all of you together, there are storm clouds that rain down ice sheets, and you launch your a large frost beam from your hand, and you see that you get a vast majority of the fire, but the fire towards the ending that is still spreading is still there.
I would like to run in towards the fire that's still spreading. Cast Ray of Frost again, because it is a cantrip.
Alright.
That is 14.
Alright. 14 damage. This is kind of a battle against seeing if you can keep down the damage per round with how much the fire gains back. So.
Okay. I mean, I only got Ray of Frost, so I would just keep casting it.
Alright.
I think I'm going to cast it again, but I'm going to Ice Storm again, but
You see that this fire is being kind of contained, but it is still, in fact, spreading a bit deeper into the forest and still smoldering and continuing to go. But you can see that if you hadn't done what you've done so far, that it would just be huge. So it's still going, but dwindled.
81.
Nice.
So
Ray of Frost and anything? Are you gonna do anything else?
I'm going to do Ice Storm again, but at a higher level because I have to.
A Ray of Frost again.
Nice.
9.
Alright. And with that, You see as you all begin to sweat, chasing down and being apprentice firefighters, essentially containing this massive fire that accidentally was started.
We are the fire force.
It's true, you are the fire force. You eventually are able to round up and stop this fire from continuing to spread and burn down this countryside, essentially. Good job. 12 for wild magic. All right, roll again.
48.
Heck yeah, dude.
Hopefully it doesn't set more things on fire.
Tavis bursts and explodes, dying. Setting the whole world on fire.
If you set something else on fire, I'm just gonna dump my magic beam on the ground. Just add to the chaos.
You see as the smoke starts to dissolve in the air and it's not filling your lungs, but it is very smoky out in this forest now due to everything that's been happening. You hear a light approach, and as after a while of stopping and starting, the light hoof beats come through the smoke, and you see a bright pink sparkly unicorn emerge from the smoke and just look at all of you and start to graze.
Okay, that was not as bad as I expected. Do unicorns have healing properties?
I was about to ask. Or can I do a check for that?
Yeah, go ahead and check. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I would like to ask the unicorn while you're busy doing that in Celestial, because I'm like, unicorns, Celestial, for whatever. You say, hey, Mr. Unicorn, or Mrs. Unicorn, or Miss Unicorn. I'm not trying to assume your gender, but do you have healing magic by chance that you'd be able to lend to our friends?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh gosh. Persuasion. 23.
And what was your Arcana check, Tavis?
16.
All right, Tavis, you've seen unicorns before, so every time they appear and everyone's flabbergasted, you're like, what's the big deal? They're in the Feywild. And they're in Estriestion for the most part. A lot of elven countries seem to have more of a connection to unicorns than other nations do. So you know that with your background that you have, that they do indeed have healing properties. They can be a little haughty, and you gotta ask them things the correct way.
I tell all of this to Nyx.
Oh, too late. I already asked.
And throwing his pink sparkly mane around, you hear in Celestial back, you need my help.
Okay, first of all, is this voice masculine or feminine?
It sounds masculine.
Okay. Yes, I'll reply. Yes. We were in a fight with some hags, and one of our friends got gravely injured. I believe we've done all we can for her, but I don't believe that it would be enough. Would you be?
Ugh, hags.
I know they were kind of gross. I shoved some magic beans in one of them.
Oh.
One of them burst into flames. The other one that I shoved a magic, just her throat started swelling, like things were just appearing in her throat.
Dude, that's so great.
I know, right? It was
Dude,
awful.
That sounds awesome, man. Yeah, I'll help you. You sound like a bro.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, man, I got you. Where's your tin at, man?
I am going to lead the unicorn back to the tiny hut.
All right, man. All right.
Thank you so much again.
Oh, not a problem, dude. You seem like a bro.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I don't. And the unicorn starts to walk up to the hut and is stopped by the barrier.
Sorry. 1 second. I'll get that fixed right. Really fast, bro. I walk in and I take the necklace off of Valentine, and I just say, "Okay, come on in."
All right, dude. And he starts to push in. Oh man, sweet things you got in here. Wow, dude. Oh man.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Oh man. Yeah, your friends look messed up.
Would you be willing to heal all of us?
I can do about. You see my horn up here, bro? And he kicks his head back. That has about what you humans call it charges or uses 3 times a day. So I could.
So 3 of us.
Yeah, I could do 3 of you, or one of you gets really good healing or something like that. But bro, yeah, I can help.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Nah, bro.
And could you heal? I point to Tibril, and then I point to Valentine and her husband. Valentine. Could you heal those 3 for me, please? Thanks, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, it looks like that little munchkin's not doing that great either. But yeah, I can do that. Hold on. And he walks up to Tibril, past Ekman, giving Ekman a real side stank eye. And Ekman's like,
guys, who knew there would be a use for me speaking Celestial?
Oh, is that what you're doing?
That was Trevor saying, by the way.
Oh.
Dude.
Just watch you speak to a horse, a unicorn.
Tibril gets back 11 points.
Dope. He's still asleep though.
Yeah.
Because so the way I understand healing, because I learned this from Bronson, is if my health is negative and you heal me, it goes to 0.
But you stabilized.
Yeah, I is stabilized.
So you went to 0 when you stabilized.
That's fair.
So you're at 11 now.
Cool. I hurt a little less, but yeah, Tibril's still 100% asleep.
Ekman just reaches out and starts holding your hand. And the unicorn walks over to Koros and Valentine, and he looks over at Valentine and looks at her stomach. Dude, this one has a little bun in the oven.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Bro, that's so cool. Wow.
I know. It's awesome.
Dude. And he and she heals her. You see, as he touches his unicorn horn, radiates celestial magic that is white in nature, and it just radiates through the body. And he looks over at you. That little baby, no worry about him anymore. With my healing, it's gonna be huge.
Oh, thanks, bro.
No problem, bruh. And then he walks over to Koros, and Koros, a similar effect as he touches his horn to Koros, and his skin just heals. And he looks finally more or less just everywhere he got like a light burn instead of.
Doesn't look like he just sat in fire for a while.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to live.
Man, it's a shame about Virgil though.
Virgil looks very bad.
I know. I wish I could help him.
And
I can't.
Unicorn's like, oh, bro, you know what? He looks over at Virgil. That little dude's a little creepy. I would be careful about him.
Okay, bro. I met him once. She really hung up on politics for whatever reason.
Yeah, he's got a weird aura around him. That's what the unicorns are all about right now. Auras, chakras. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like your energy, dude. It's really, you really need to cleanse it every so often. And you see the unicorn starts to phase, and he starts to get a little more transparent as he's talking.
So you're saying that the aura doesn't look like it should be his aura?
So dude, what really it looks like, and then he gets cut off.
Frick! I just start cursing, and now I'm cursing in I just start cursing in Abyssal because I was about to learn something.
There's a child sleeping.
I look over at Red Guest, and in Abyssal I say, who freaking cares if there's a child? Like, he's about to die anyway, so
Then can we push him out of the hut? I say back in Abyssal.
I slowly walk over and I grab Virgil's ankle and I start walking towards the edge of the hut.
You walk past Ekman, whose gaze looks up, and he's like, what are you doing?
He looks like he's about to die anyways.
That doesn't mean you throw people out like trash.
Oh, that's not what you do? Oh.
No. Put him down. In fact, put him over here. You can't be, no, don't be around him right now, please. I don't know if I trust you around him.
Okay. Since I was literally just dragging him, I just drop his foot and walk away.
Ekman grabs Virgil and pulls him over to lay beside Tibril, and he gets in front of both of them so you can't get to them easily.
I'm going to... Am I able to change the color of the hut once the hut is up?
Yeah.
I would like to change it to a forest green so it blends in with the surroundings.
Alright. You see the light on the outside of the dome starts to go from the bright red to a nice foresty green. It is still emitting light as the dome does, but it is less of a beacon now.
I just nod, and I find myself like an area to lie down. I get ready to go to sleep, I guess. I don't really know anything else to do.
Alright. Anything else anyone else would like to do before heading to sleep?
Red Guest is gonna. Oh, sorry.
You go.
Red Guest is gonna feel in his pockets for that sending stone he never put back in the bag of holding, and then lay down to sleep.
Alright. So you find the sending stone exactly where you thought it would be.
It's always
you lay down.
Yeah, sleepy cat.
Tavis is gonna sit down and go to sleep as well.
So, all of you lay down, and Ekman kind of curls up, sandwiching Virgil in between him and Tibril, laying his arm across and hugging Tibril.
It's
and
like a mom, a dad, and a child. You
Yeah.
could figure out who the mom is.
You mean a dad, and a child?
No, you.
Yes.
No, I said what I meant.
But all of you settle down and finally get some sleep after Tomb had jumped off of that carpet. What feels like so many years ago at this point was only about a day ago. And all of you are able to get a long rest as you hear the silent giggle forest outside. The giggles creepy, but not approaching, and distant horns blowing in the night. You can go ahead and mark down that you guys got a long rest.
Dope.
Heck
Got a
yeah.
question.
Answers.
How awesome do I look right now with the new scars?
So, what was your scar before? You had a scar going down the left side of your face?
I had a cut going down one side of my face, like before this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like a little one going up from like about my temple down to the bottom of my cheek.
Yeah, so you had that on the left side of your face going from your temple to your cheek on the left side, and now you have 3 bright red and angry scratch marks that just barely miss your eye, that start at your right temple above your eyebrow and go down, kind of hook on your nose, go across your lip and down your chin, down like the rest part of your body. And it looks like they will leave scars.
So I look pretty awesome is what I'm hearing.
It looks like you definitely get in some fights.
Good.
Also, oh no, keep going. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, I was just gonna say I'm gonna probably try to wake up a little bit before everybody else, as best as I can.
I was also gonna do that to wake up before most people.
We can wake up together.
So the both of you do that.
I want to wake up, and I'm gonna start pulling random pieces of metal out of nowhere and building myself a new companion. This time, Tavis won't murder.
Long rest. And okay, so the both of you, Nyx, you wake up near Valentine and Koros, near the back of the dome. And Tibril, you wake up with Ekman and apparently now Virgil next to you, looking like a crispy dude. And Ekman's arm latched around you. Tears still looking like they were kind of fresh, but he looks like he's finally asleep.
I'm gonna just like try to stretch my body and be like, and just like slowly move back down because of pain.
Hearing that, I'm gonna stretch, look at him, say, yo, and then I'm gonna sit down and get to work on my dragon this time.
Oh.
He's gonna be a dragon this time.
Oh.
Yes, it's gonna be Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
I was wondering when you just accepted that you're.
At this point, if somebody freaking murders Toothless, I will attack them. This is the one companion I'm going to get attached to.
That's fair. While he's
Looking
doing
at
that,
you, Tavis.
while he does that, I'm going to sit up, cross my legs, and I am going to attempt to send a message.
Who are you sending a message to?
Almandaro.
All right.
25 I have.
Yes, you have. Where's the 24?
I thought it was 25.
Where is the
25.
25? We're at 25.
Okay. Hey, Dad. It's Tibril. We are in Estriestion, coming to the Feywilds. I'm here to help you find the Golden Snapdragon. See you soon. Bye.
Yeah. So after a while, of you sitting in your meditative stance, you sense that there was a connection. You hear a deep voice on the end of the line that is very familiar to you. And this is and that's it.
What do you say?
And this is
I said my name. I said it's Tibril.
yeah.
Okay.
I did say that was it, but that was wrong. He says, and this is my child? That was the message. That's it.
Interesting. Yeah, Tibber's just gonna sit there and he's gonna pull out the book from the bag of the he's gonna pull a book out from the bag of holding with his he's gonna do that potion making book and try to finish that up.
Pull out the book. Find out. Yeah, you find where you left off before Tomb jumped off the carpet. And you start going. Everyone else, you slowly find consciousness, and Valentine in the back slowly starts to sit up as well.
By the time they wake up, I'm just like covered in grease stains.
Yep. But successful with
yes.
your... You now have another metal companion in the form of a large sort of like dog, like at your hip size dragon, correct?
Yes. For viewers, it is literally just Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, except a lot smaller.
What's his name?
Toothless, obviously.
Kevin?
No, Toothless, obviously.
Oh, fair enough.
Many-toothed.
Many-toothed. No, his name is actually Many-toothed.
His name is Dentures.
No, I like Dentures more. His name is Dentures.
That's amazing. All of you wake up to see the metal companion that you will now know as Dentures eventually, and Valentine Dyer as well waking up. The day is about midday. The day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
I'm just gonna be sitting there reading my book.
I'm getting to know Dentures.
I'm gonna go over to Valentine. How are you doing?
Kind of sits up, looking around. Oh, I think that I could feel a bit better, but at least I'm not dead. And she looks around and she sees Chorus's body laying there, and she puts her hand on his head and rustles his hair affectionately, and then looks down at her stomach. I hope the wee lad is a bit more stout than I initially thought.
Hearing this, I'm going to get up and walk over. And take off the necklace and hand it and say, I believe this is yours.
Thank you for keeping it safe. And she puts the chain around her neck, which is easily enough to do. And she looks over at Redguest and back at you, Bright. How are the both of you doing?
Pretty good. And Dentures walks over.
Oh, you have a new friend.
Oh, yeah, my last one kind of got exploded by
Point over to Tavis.
Our friend with the metal arm over.
Oh, well, I'm sure that your friend over there, Tavis, probably had a good reasoning.
I mean, the plan was solid. I mean, I should know. I came up with the plan, but...
Oh! I thought I had to mediate a confrontation or something. But all right.
No, I mean, he owes me money, so now he's just gonna owe me more money. So.
Oh, well.
Your plan, your expenses.
You don't hear that.
Fine.
She looks over at you, Tavis, and says, "I don't envy you. He's an expensive chap, but his work is first rate, so..."
Indeed it is. I'll be sure to find some way to repay him back.
You know, I could always use some loyal servants.
Do you need another arm? I can give you a real arm. I do have one more to give.
I'm sorry, this is Trevor just... Oh gosh. I don't know why that got me so nah, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine for now.
Isn't the saying it cost an arm and a leg? Isn't he owing you a leg?
Right. You're right. He owes me a leg. Eventually.
Okay. All right.
And Valentine just kind of giggles.
Nick starts chuckling too.
Well, it seems that we are deep in a forest.
Yes. We were attacked by some... After we rescued you guys from... Or after we rescued Chorus from Goliaths, somebody lit something on fire, glancing over at Tavis really fast, and the fire spread, and then that attracted some hags.
That is not great.
No,
This guy
wasn't.
handled it.
What'd you say?
Redguest will say, "This guy handled it," and he'll put his arm around Nix and point at him.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah, I know, but I used 2 of my magic beans.
Magic beans?
Yeah, magic beans. I pull out my bag and I show her the magic beans.
Oh.
Yeah. So these are magic. Apparently each one does something different. Like, one lit somebody on fire. Another one caused one of the hags to asphyxiate. So yeah.
That sounds like a very useful tool. I would just be careful how you use it.
Yeah.
But what am I saying? All of you are the adventuring party here, at least, who is still successfully adventuring.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm traveling with them now. I mean, just kind of got teleported here.
Oh, was this a situation? Oh, I thought you all had been traveling together for a long time. I didn't know I brought up a sore subject. I apologize.
I mean, just kind of like showed up in this country out of nowhere. I was hired by some dude in some creepy cave to research some crystals floating around his palace thing.
Out of nowhere. Well,
Yeah, all of us were just kind of teleported.
that
Well,
is a lot.
yeah, I don't really get it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna invent a teleporter. Not using magic, using science.
Well, I'm not of a scientific mindset, but I'm sure that you can pull it off. I'm more of a magic in the sense of music, magic, but what are all of you planning on doing after this? I imagine that at least me and Koras will have to take it easy a little bit, but
Well, I mean, we should probably get you guys out of the forest first. Then I think we're gonna try to get back to that other country that we were at, wherever that is. I don't remember where we're at, to be honest. There's been a lot of stuff going.
well, what was what was the country that you all came from?
Hey Sam, what was the country that we just came from? That we were all in?
All of you got transported from the country or the kingdom of Ardora, but you started your adventure in the kingdom of Avada.
Yes. Well, I for one would like to get back to Ardora. I have a friend waiting there for me.
Oh, you have a friend there. Well, we better get you all back to where you're going then.
Yep. Well, she's more like a friend rival.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that is how me and Cora started out our relationship, so...
Gonna be honest with you, I don't understand that stuff. She's one of the most intelligent. She's one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. So, yeah, I consider her a rival.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I mean, nothing compares to my gadgets, but...
So you want to go back there and best her?
Yes.
Interesting. All right. Well, just let me know what you all want to do. I'm sure that me and Koros can make it somehow. Although,
where are you guys heading?
Oh, we were traveling around this country a little bit, but we didn't quite realize to what effect that Estriestion didn't like non-elven folk. So we were going to go through this sort of upper half of this country, see what was here, and then probably go to Avada to visit a friend of ours who owns a tavern in Sarosta.
I'm sorry. Let me just try to remember. Sarosta is that's where like we started, isn't it?
Yep.
I wasn't there. I think I've heard of Sarosta. That's in Nevada, right?
Yes, it is in the kingdom of Avada. We have me and my husband over there, we used to travel around with a dwarven woman, and another fellow who lives in Cloyopolis. We were going to go visit her tavern. I believe that her and her father run this tavern. The Tipsy Topsy, I believe it's called.
Sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out if I'm ever around there.
Oh yes, I think that Gwynjar would like your company or business or whatever you prefer quite a lot. Their tavern is pretty on par with really every tavern that I come across, but it will be nice to see her face again. But we actually live on an island called Famond.
Is it one of the very few islands on this map, Sam?
It is one of the very few islands.
I see it. Oh. I
Yes,
think
with
the
you.
conversation should die down to idle chatter and let other people do stuff.
Oh. And it does exactly that.
Tavis is gonna get up and walk over to Tibril.
Alright. You walk up to Tibril, who is reading a book. And Ekman is there with Virgil's head in his lap, petting his hair and leaning on Tibril and looking over and reading the book with him.
If you look at Tibril, he's just blank face, like very confused and not understanding what's happening.
So, how are you feeling, Tibril?
He kind of shakes his head. Like, sorry. Closes the book. I'm sorry. What?
How are you feeling?
Well, stiff, you know. You see kind of the purple dissipate from, like, Tavis, depending on how heavily you're looking at him. Like, the purple is turning to blue. Yeah, like, yeah, just stiff, little sore, all that.
Well, I wanted to come over and apologize for nearly killing all of you, and especially you.
It's all right. I feel no anger towards you.
Yeah. I really don't know what happened. I honestly thought I just had this burst of sudden confidence. I felt younger, and I thought I could hold all my magic and shield all of you from the damage, but I was wrong. And I just wanted to apologize for that, and to just see how you were feeling.
Well, if it wasn't for you, we probably wouldn't have gotten off so many of those. Those fireballs really did a number on them. There's no hard feelings. Do not worry. Yeah, sorry. I'm just got a bit of a funk today. Sorry about that.
Well, I'll let you two be to relax a little bit.
Thank you. Let me know when we're about to leave.
All right.
And I kind of just lean back a little bit. This time, not opening my book. Tibro's putting his hands on his face, like heavily thinking. Like, you've seen Tibro go into like brain mode of like trying to figure out what's happening. Mm-hmm. This is a whole new level of WTF.
Mm.
And yeah, if anybody looks over at him, he's blue now instead of purple.
Right. After a couple minutes of this, you see Ekman's hands waving in front of your face.
Huh. Is everything all right? I do this head shake again, like getting pulled back to reality. It's like, yes.
Hey, what's wrong?
It's nothing.
I can't do the cool let's link minds thing you do so we can talk in private, but when I was like this, you didn't let me go, so what's wrong?
Tibro starts crying at this point. Not like sobbing, but like his tears are coming out of his eyes. He's gonna make a psionic link with Ekman.
Whoa, buddy! And then he'll hug you.
Ekman will hear in his head. My dad doesn't remember me.
Your dad doesn't remember you?
I tried that sending thing that worked for my mom to check in on how she was doing. But when I sent it to Almond, he was all like, he just didn't recognize or remember him having a son.
Hey, what if it it could be what it so you told me in his letter that he said not to come, right?
Tibro's still silent, just got back into the thinking, getting stuck in his brain again. Ekman probably hears like 1,000 thoughts going through his head all at once.
Well, and you hear the voice get loud, like Ekman's voice get louder, like he's trying to overpower your thoughts. Well, what if he has to pretend? What if he has to pretend to be like?
At this point, all the voices in Ekman's head stop.
What if
there's something wrong?
Yes. What if he has to pretend?
It did not feel like pretending. I knew my father. He wasn't one for pretending anything. If he did remember, he would tell me to not come.
Well, there is magic that can get in your head to like monitor things, or what if?
That's the thing. You didn't know my father as I did. There is nothing that could get into that man's head. I've never seen him lose control like this. And then studying the soul knife, it's like our whole thing is having a mental fortress that cannot be penetrated. And if someone was able to do that,
Well,
The thoughts start whispering a little bit more again.
well, then that just means that we have to go find him then, right? Because obviously, what I heard from your father, he wouldn't just give up or whatever, even with him leaving for years and years like that, and whatever growth he may have had to do without you, it doesn't seem like he would just forget you like that. So
At this
let's-
point, Tibril, he's now vocal. It's like, if he's not strong enough to fight this, how am I going to be able to do it? And he says this out loud, really loud.
I stop my conversation and go over.
Ekman replies vocally, because maybe he didn't know what was coming. Maybe with this, you know that you have to prepare for something like this. There's a reason why scouts die lots in the field, Tibril. Because they're the first ones to see things, experience things. The ones that come after have a better success rate.
Well, the thing is, I still don't know what it is. All I know is something's wrong. That is it. I've got no leads. I've got nothing.
You know where he is.
No, I don't even know that. I just know he's in the Feywilds, and that, from what I've heard, is vast and travels on for miles. There's no way to know where he is. He could be anywhere. All I know is he's alive.
Well, Tibril, that doesn't mean that we can give up on this. After all, I'm here for you. The rest of the group is here to help you. I don't have much to offer, but I offer to help myself.
I'm usually the one with the plan and an idea of what to do. I have no idea what to do now. Usually I have some type of focus, some type of lead, some type of where I'm going. This is the first time in a long time where I'm confused and unable to even comprehend what to do next.
Min kind of starts laughing a little bit. Well, it seems that you are in my territory now. And that maybe the plan is to just find him. And that's it. You know, to go to the Feywild. Once we get there, we're in the Feywild. Next step, find him.
I guess. Thibault's gonna open up his book again and start reading.
Ekman will kind of sit cross-legged and just kind of stare out of the dome. And moving on to Red Guest.
After a bit of time after all that, Red Guest will go over to Nyx and tap him on the shoulder. Do you want to come with me and get some food for the people in here?
Sure.
And I'll leave the hut.
I follow Red Guest.
I want to get a little bit of ways, like, or I still know where it is, but like that we're out of like hearing distance.
Okay. You go down the trail that you went the night before, a ways away, and you feel confident with your background that no one in the dome will be able to hear you.
So Nix, this man you're working for,
Yes.
do you know what his name was?
Okay, this is literally Trevor forgetting what his name is. Velmus?
Yep, Velmus.
I remember. Velmus. It's a creepy old dude wearing a robe, had hands assembled with hands put together. Lived in a palace underneath the ground. Actually, an entire city underneath the ground.
And he didn't tell you that you would be sent here with these people, correct?
No. No?
Of course he didn't. I also
Why?
work for Velmus.
Oh. You're not gonna kidnap me, are you?
No.
I mean-
Velmus is a creepy man for sure, but
I mean, why else would you bring me out into the middle of nowhere? To kill me?
it's these people. Because these people are the bad guys.
These people are the bad guys?
Yes, they're putting on a front right now, but they murdered many in Zakten.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.